So what is Mossmaniacs? I would say Mossmaniacs is Queensland's toughest enduro. It's a 5-hour cross-country race held by the Townsville Enduro Club. It's cut in by guys who have raced Red Bull Romaniacs in the bronze and silver class. It features all the technical terrain that a hard enduro guy would love. There's a lot of man-made obstacles in there just to get riders through the track, and an enduro cross section at the end. Some years, this race has had a failure rate as high as 60%. While most guys would be aiming just for a finish, up front there would be a battle for outright honours. The 2017 winning team of Scott Gofton and Seton Battle always have the speed to challenge for the outright win, and would have advantage over the Ironman with a fresh rider every lap. Could 2017 Ironman winner John Ishwood stand atop the podium again, despite returning early from a mid-season injury? Last year's outright winning team of Jason Dwyer and Ryley Jenkins had abandoned the team approach this year, and would both line up in Ironman class. Northern Performance Motorcycles and ADB magazine had flown in multi-Australian enduro champion Ben Grabham for the race, and everyone was hedging their bets on him being a threat for outright honours. With the first kilometres of the track being a technical one-line section, a top 5 start would be crucial to a good finish. Getting stuck behind slower riders in a bottleneck through this section could make or break your race. With the expert teams taking off first, Scott Gofton and Seton Battle would have a minute head start over the Ironmen. A minute later and the Ironmen were off. Tom Howe and Ryley Jenkins squeezed JD out off the start, and Tom would lead the 28-man field into the first section. Grabbo and John both rounded the start in the top 5, freeing themselves up for any hold-ups. While the front runners got through smooth, it was chaos, with the rest of the field trying to get through the single line section. As the first bike popped out of the creek, it was Tom Howe leading the field. JD was closely on his tail. Scott Gofton had made a mistake and given away his team's 1-minute lead. While the guys at the front were charging away, the guys at the back were still struggling to get through the first section and the bottleneck. As the leaders came through the enduro cross section, 20 seconds would separate 1st to 6th in the outright, and a battle would begin. While the top guys were racing each other, majority of the field were just racing the track, with never-ending hills through the rainforest and technical creek sections. This track was challenging. As they finished the first lap, JD had pulled a 2-minute lead on Ryley Jenkins. Ryley was holding off Ben Grabham by another 2 minutes, who was closely followed by Tom Howe. Scott Gofton would hand over to his teammate 6 minutes off the lead, and John Isherwood's shoulder injury would prove too much, taking him out of outright contention. The track cutting team had done an awesome job in making a track that was suited to all skill levels. While it wasn't easy, it was awesome fun to ride, but after 5 hours it was really tough. While the low-lying water in the creeks sometimes made it for a sticky situation. While the guys up front made easy work of the hills, other guys struggled a little bit more.
Nearly.
At the halfway mark, JD was leading by 6 minutes and in cruise control. Ryley was holding off second over Ben Grabham. Youth versus experience. Who would win? The team of Gofton and Battle had put 2 laps on their nearest class competitor and had worked their way up to 4th outright. At times, to get around people, you just had to wait. There was no passing on this bridge. While the experience of Ben Grabham toppled the youth of Ryley, Ryley now had the team of Gofton and Battle hot on his heels. As the checkered flag fell, Jason Dwyer took the outright win by 23 minutes over Ben Grabham. Team Gofton and Battle worked their way up to 3rd in outright and won their class by 3 laps. Ryley Jenkins was 4th outright and 3rd in the Ironman class, and Tom Howe rounded out the top 5. With future plans to run a designated hard enduro event in May 2020, this event is one to watch for you hard enduro fanatics. For more information, check out the Townsville Enduro Club.